Hey everyone, it's me Josh, and welcome back to another video on me and Beenie's survival world, and also our new member, Jo. I'll show you a house in a bit when she's on, so she can give us the proper tour. Yep, I've got my shaders on today, because I just wanted to see what this house looks like, and it is looking pretty nice. Well, not anymore without the shaders on. Yeah, my original plan for this episode was to start my mega base, which I've started like practicing building and designing stuff in my creative world, but I slowly started using more and more materials that I don't have. It makes it look so much better, don't get me wrong, but I just have no way of getting these materials, and one of which is froglights. And to build a froglight farm, you have to be in the nether, and particularly the nether roof. So I think that is what I'm going to start this episode off by doing. There's been so many creepers. I killed 2 of these right here just before my intro. Yeah, I'm just going to start off the episode by getting to the nether roof. Alright, I've made it to the bedrock at the top of the nether, and there's so much on my screen, but we're looking for a block that is at a 127 Y level. This one is 126, so we've just got to sort of mine around this area until we find one taller than this, which hopefully won't take too long. Right, we found this block. This should be just 1 block thick. I'm hoping that's correct. Okay, I'm just gonna heal up real quick because I don't want to suffocate in bedrock. I feel like that would kind of suck. Right, and then I think what we're meant to do is you come up here, right up, hold W. I have never done that before. I've been playing Minecraft for so long and I've never done that before. Okay, I've got to get decently far away from my portal, so I don't want it to connect up to that. So let's say a few hundred blocks north. Okay, and so I think I'm just going to put the portal around here. That means it'll go in between that portal and the stronghold portal. So yeah, that's out of the way, but not too inconvenient to get to. So that's good. There we go. This feels so eerie when I don't have like cheats enabled or anything, because it's just infinitely nothing in every direction. Okay. Alright. That's not too bad. There's the village over there. And if I put on my elytra. There we go. Alright. The only issue now is that I need froglights, meaning I need frogs. I don't know where any frogs are, so that's probably the next issue that we need to cover, but at least we've made it to the nether roof, that is. Something I've just realized while flying back home is look at that. Look at my fireworks. Those are glass particles. What on earth is the April Fool's update this year? Okay, so I've just been grinding for a few hours, and I've got all the materials for the froglight farm. I managed to get to a mangrove swamp, created a nether portal, hooked it up to the nether roof, and then bred some frogs, brought the tadpoles back here, and bred them again. So now I've got 5 of these temperate frogs, I believe they are. And so that means we get Ocker froglights. We need 12 frogs. I'm hoping for 4 of each. We got 5 here. That should be fine. I'll just get 4 of the other 2. There's already 2 of the warm ones at the mangrove swamp. But then here, we've got all the materials for the froglight farm. And I'm using a tutorial from Shulkercraft, which, if I remember to, will be in the description. Right, now we're up here. Here's a big long carpet I made all the way to portal at the mangrove swamp. But yeah, I built our portal right in between. You would have seen this right in between those 2, and that's also good to know, because both of these are in basalt deltas, and for this farm to work, it needs to be built in a basalt delta. So this is really good. Like, look at this at the top there. This is all basalt deltas. I'm going to build it, I'm going to say around here. I think that should be alright. But yeah, so let's get into the time lapse. I've just realized all that sand in that shulker box was meant to be glass. I forgot to smelt it, so that's what I'm doing now. So let's get into the time lapse now. Right, and there we go. I finished building the froglight farm. It's very loud when you get close to it, because there's a lot of frogs and magma cubes and minecarts, which are very loud. But I've AFK'd it for maybe about 15 minutes or so, and we're already getting quite a lot of froglights. I wasn't able to get the same amount of beach frogs. I'm just gonna turn down my sounds. Just turn it off for a second. So there is 5 of the orange temperate ones, 4 of the green cold ones, and 5 of the warm white ones, which means we're going to get less of the green froglights, but it doesn't seem to be all that big of a difference, so that is pretty good. And yet, in the making of this farm, I did get quite a few achievements. So we got catch a tadpole in a bucket, get each frog variant on a lead, and have all froglights in your inventory. So yeah, this is really gonna help when I start my mega base. I don't know if you can guess what type of design I'm going for, based on the fact that I need a lot of froglights, but I'm very excited to start it, probably next episode. But still, this has been worth my time. None of them spawn when I'm down here. They're probably spawning in the basalt deltas down there, but there's an AFK platform all the way up there. It's a tiny glass platform for me to fly up to, but yeah, it worked quite well. I'm very happy. Okay, now on to the next issue of the video. The iron farm is broken. If you look in here, there's the 3 villages, there's our zombie Zachary, but the issue is our villages, originally when it was here to here, it's quite far away. It's not going to have an issue with the villages over here, but because of how close our villages are now, it's having a big issue with that. And so we need to move the iron farm far away. And I'm thinking, so just a bunch of poppies, nothing useful. I'm thinking this is going to be the first building in my mega base, because all the hints I can give you is it's going to be a big city, and it uses a lot of froglights, enough that I needed to make a farm for it. And so over here, I started clearing out space. Once I land, I'll show you where I've sort of marked out. I flattened this area a bit. I've already designed the casing for the iron farm in Creative World, so it's going to go out to like there, and yeah, it's a decently big building for just an iron farm, but still, it'll look cool, so that's good enough for me. Basically, I'm thinking I want my mega base to be roughly like this sort of area. I want some of the snow, then I want like this big islandy bit, and then some of this bit over here. I like having the water going through the city, and it's going to be really cool. And so I just want to move over the iron farm. I'm going to move over all the villages just by the water, because our villager breeder isn't fast enough to really warrant me like getting rid of these 3 and then getting another 3. Oh, one of our members, Joe. And yeah, but I'm not gonna bring the zombie over because that'd be too much effort. I need to get him a hat. So let's hop into the Iron Farm 2 time-lapse. And there we go. Iron Farm number 2 is finished. There's Zachary the second in there. I don't know if you can see that. But then in our chest here, we can see it's already been working. I've seen a few of them go by while I've been standing here. So it's working. And this also marks the start of my mega base, which I am very excited to actually properly get working on. There we go. So iron golem there. But I'm going to have to delay that till next episode simply because of how many materials I'm going to need for it. And that's why I'm trying to get efficiency on both of my pickaxes. And so I've made just a very basic melon and pumpkin farm here so that I can trade that with the farmers, because our efficiency books are 53 emeralds each. Terrible price, but it took us so long to get it. Okay, let's see. Not bad, 48. I'm getting close. I'm just gonna AFK like the iron farm and the melon and pumpkin farm for just a little bit longer to see if we can get enough for at least one. Yeah, see, look, this guy, 54 actually, I said 53. But yeah, the efficiency books are very much needed for this project. And there we go. After about another 10 or so minutes of AFKing, I've gotten a bunch more emeralds. So, just need a book. And then, which one is it? Is it this one? Efficiency 5. There we go, and that also repaired my elytra a bit. That is really useful, I think. I hope I have enough levels to actually put this on my pickaxe, but I'm gonna do... I need an anvil. Where's an anvil? We used to have so many anvils, but now they're all just gone. I think I'm going to put this first efficiency book on my silk touch pickaxe, since I need a lot more regular stone than I do cobblestone. So, yeah, I just need to find an anvil or make one. So yeah, I eventually did end up getting that efficiency book and that second one, and I went out and I got a lot of the materials needed for this build. This is only like a quarter of the materials. It takes up all this. I was AFKing Beenie's stone generator for like an hour, and this I had to absolutely destroy a mesa for it, which, yeah, that used to all be red sand right there. But still, this is pretty good. And so I know I said it would have to wait until next episode, but I'm just gonna get started on it now. Just that quarter that I have the materials for, because this is gonna be massive. This is really big, and yeah, it had to be that big so that the iron golems wouldn't spawn outside of the actual iron farm bit. So I think let's just get into the finals. there we go. This edge of the first building in my mega base is done. It doesn't really look all that good without the rest of it slotted in, but this is just part of it. It really doesn't reflect what the rest of the build is going to look like. So if you have any guesses of what you think my mega base is going to be, please put them down in the comments, because I want to see what you guys are thinking. Yeah, none of the frog lights were used in this, so yeah, you'll see that in the next episode when I do the rest of it, that it's very bright and colourful and it'll look a lot cooler than this building does. But still, I am really proud of this build, like as a whole. Once it's all done, I think this is genuinely one of the best things I have ever built in this game. The only thing I forgot to do in this part is I need some stripped crimson logs to go in here. But yeah, I'm very proud of this. It looks very cool. And that is officially the start of my mega base. But anyways, I think we've run out of time on this one. I know it's a lot shorter than usual and it took me a lot longer. I've just been motivated to play a lot more off camera than on camera, because I am genuinely having fun on this world. Like, that looks so cool. I can't wait until there's a massive city flowing down this river and it'll look all cool. Oh, I'm gonna check the iron farm, because while I've been building it, nice, 4 stacks. I'm pretty sure there's only about a stack when I started building. This did take me about 40 minutes. Yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, please like and subscribe, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Bye!